Hey, welcome back everybody, and Sylvia's still here joining me on the sofa here on Sunny Morning. We're live here at El Dorado Royale, so thank you for staying with us. Now, for all the ladies out there who may be Avengers fans and follow Chris Hemsworth, something you may not know about Chris is that he's now become the Australia's ambassador for tourism. And this all came about because he decided to move his family out of the limelight. You know, like a lot of actors, actresses love the limelight of Hollywood. He's completely the opposite. So he and his wife and 3 really adorable, cute children have basically become ambassadors. The Australian Tourism Promotion Agency, basically the government, approached them and said, you know, you're a big name now, you're obviously a film star, a lot of people follow you, but it so happens we know, because he now lives in Byron Bay in the southeast of Australia, where all the gorgeous beaches are, nature. They said, you just naturally post on Instagram. He's got 14.5 million followers on Instagram.
Wow.
It's not surprising, right? I mean,
Plus one.
Plus one. Plus one. So yeah, my daughter as well, she swoons over Chris Hemsworth. But he's such a cool guy, and basically this whole new initiative that he's done for Australia started, you'll probably remember that commercial. They did this gag, right? They faked it. First time ever in Super Bowl history, in the halftime commercials, Chris Hemsworth put this spoof commercial that they were going to bring back another Crocodile Dundee movie, and they filmed this spoof and sent everybody up. Everybody loved it. It was probably one of the best ads on the Super Bowl. And so that's the first time a destination has planted an ad in the Super Bowl. But anyway, so Chris Hemsworth, he's been doing these amazing sort of travelogues, right? And he's posting, just because for fun, this trip he did to Kangaroo Island. It got about 14 million page impressions or likes on Instagram. And it's really cool because you see him with his family up close with kangaroos and, you know, the mums and their wallabies, you know, hopping around. And
I saw one picture with the dolphins where he was like, but I don't know, I'm not sure if he was really with the dolphins or he was like taking the shot in a different way. But it just seems like he's swimming with the dolphins.
He's in it because he turns the camera around on himself and you just see pure magic. It's on his face, pure exhilaration.
Exactly.
To be up close with them. So, you know, just for fun with dolphins in the wild in Australia. And he's also interacted with snakes as well so far. And he's been going to a few, you know, on the promotional side with Jacobs Creek wineries over there in Australia because they do some beautiful wines, don't they? Jacobs
I've
Creek.
tried them before.
Some of the really good wines from the Cape. And so, you know, obviously this all comes with a price tag, right? Because, okay, he's doing it for fun, but he's made so far, I mean, they paid him to get the contract, they paid him $1.25 million. Not too shabby, right?
Okay, I'm quitting. I'm going to go around with Chris Hemsworth. I'm just kidding.
So it's like, I mean, probably on top of his...
Australia.
Yeah, I mean, how much has he made out of the movies, right? The Marvel superhero movies. So his bank account right now, I mean, I think they're sort of bringing money in wheelbarrows right now for Chris Hemsworth.
Exactly.
But he's a great guy. He's a cool guy. And it's really natural because, you know, you see the promotional work he's done for it. And it's like from the heart, you know, he's talking, because he loves Australia. He's a Melbourne native, and Melbourne's a really cool community. Have you been to Melbourne?
Nope, I haven't.
Oh, it's an amazing community. It's very diverse, very multicultural, very like Playa del Carmen, actually, the people here, yeah. And very down-to-earth people. And so he's that kind of Melbourne city guy, and he's not lost touch of his roots. And so that all comes out, you know, that all really comes out in his Instagram and his travel blogging. So really, if you haven't seen some of those pictures, because it's not just like throwing anything out there, it's really educational about Australia. Australia have, I mean, they're delighted with the results. I mean, they've made so far about 170 million off of just Chris Hemsworth promoting it.
Okay.
They've tried with other superstars in the past. You know, they've tried with Dame Edna Everage. You know, he's a guy. He's dressed up in drag. He's a drag queen. Barry Humphries, if you didn't know. But that didn't really work out so well. And then they had Paul Hogan, you know, Paul Hogan from the Crocodile Dundee movie. But that kind of, you know, that ran its course. So, and Now, who's the? Oh my goodness, I love her. What's the name of the actress? She's
Which
so
movie?
hot at the moment. She's Australian. Okay,
Kidman?
from The Wolf
Nicole
of Wall
Kidman?
Street. Not Nicole
Not Nicole
Kidman.
Kidman.
Margot Robbie.
Oh.
Margot Robbie.
Oh, yes.
So he's
Very,
buddies
very
with
good.
Margot Robbie, right? So they're like tight, and then they're like together in a lot of this stuff, these new promotions, and it's really worth a look. So get a chance to look at the Promote Australia. And Australia is a beautiful country, truly. It's not just paparazzi and puff this. It really is worth a
It's
visit.
also a very good idea because most people that I've talked at least
Yeah.
about Australia, most people they say, "Whoa, it could be dangerous because of what type of animals is there." You know, like
People say, "Oh, you go to Australia
it's
to
kind
die."
of unsafe.
No,
It's
not.
like when they talk about Mexico. No, don't go there because you know the crime and this and that. But guess what? I mean, it doesn't matter where you go. Of course, you're going to enjoy. And if there's someone actually showing you around, right? Like in this case, Chris and his wife, right? Then it's actually a lot better, and we can see different scenarios, different things we can do. What kind of food can we eat?
Yeah.
How is everything out there? And then,
yeah.
you know, of course, we like to do. So I have an idea. Are you going to ask me what do I think?
Yeah, so what do you think about
Well,
Chris Hemsworth?
I think then we're going to propose to Mexico News to send us around Mexico.
I think
to
so.
show
We're going to
them.
do it for the love,
So,
for the love of
Would
Mexico.
you jump out of the cliff from Acapulco, Elliot?
Oh my goodness, they call it from the chingada, right? That's the cliff, right?
Well,
So
what?
it's called La Chingada.
No, it's La Quebrada.
La
Elliot.
Quebrada. Oh my goodness, that was a faux pas. So I got the production
Or-
team in raptures right
or
now.
I could-
I'm
you
going to
could go
get my,
the
I'm going to
ra-
get my P45 for that one.
You can fly out of the cliffs in Chiapas. Chiapas has so beautiful mountains as well. Did you know that?
Oh my goodness, that has like really high topography in Chiapas, right?
Cascadas de
Misty.
Agua Azul, right?
Oh, that
so
is
you
gorgeous.
can fly from there too.
You can
Okay?
fly?
Yes.
What do you? I mean, do you mean like fly like as a parasail? I mean, like well, no, paragliding.
Of course
I mean, literally with a parachute or something,
No,
right?
Of course you cannot fly. You fly, you get killed.
It looks attractive. It's like,
I'm just.
all right, so you don't fly around
Anyway,
in
not
Chiapas.
flying in Chiapas, but yes, Australia. Going back to Australia,
Yeah.
it's a really, really wonderful thing to do.
It's got rugged
So-
countryside. It's got, you know, obviously that meditational area of Alice Springs. There's just nobody there. I remember seeing Billy Connolly running around in the nude in Alice Springs. Oh my goodness, that was funny. But the Great Barrier Reef. I mean, like we have the world's second largest Mesoamerican reef right out here in front of this hotel.
After Australia.
And so after Australia,
Exactly after
people
Australia.
come here, they migrate, flock here for diving, because of course Americans, it's closer to come here, but people will tell you if they've dove the Great Barrier Reef too, it's second to none as an experience. So I mean, there's more to be said about Australia, but I did want to just quickly fit in something else about a great thing that I've just found out about these students up in Sinaloa University, the Autonomous University in Sinaloa this week. They've come up with this new travel technology, right, called, well, it's augmented reality. And augmented reality works on iPhones and Android as well, where you can go and travel and you can get a much deeper experience. You can get images as you're pointing your phone, use it like
Wow.
as a camera. So imagine going here to Chichen Itza or Ekbalam, which we're going to talk about,
Right.
and as you point your camera at that object, it brings back all the data,
Oh
it
my gosh.
overlays images, it tells you all the history, so you have your own virtual guide
So-
thanks to this app.
Just like if you were in a museum.
Yeah.
Instead of reading, you just point out of Chichen Itza, Ekbalam, the Chapel 16, and they can tell you everything.
Precisely.
Wherever you are.
So it's called the Magic Reality app, if you're looking for it. It's still in
Wow.
development. And it's not just going to be up in, say, Sinaloa, which is a beautiful historical part of Mexico. So there's lots of old monasteries and museums. There's so much that you can go to. And you can get a much more immersive experience just to sort of have that, you know, that phone and that really much more in-depth information. They're going to develop it for all over Mexico, internationally. So augmented reality, you'll see travelers looking at sightseeing in a whole new way.
You know, technology is really getting like ahead of us, which is really good. Yesterday we were talking about teenagers and technology, and we were talking about the good things and the bad ones. Well, this one is a great example of a good thing.
It's a lot of
because
fun.
when the kids get proactive on something, of course, they can build really wonderful things with technology, like this app.
Yeah, I mean, you can do so many things with it. And like we've just spoken to Julia, she's a blogger. She was like, augmented reality, I love it. I'm already doing it, you know. In Honolulu, you know, you can get so much information right there in the spot. We're going to go to a commercial break. When we come back, we're going to be talking about something about maintaining, preserving tourism and promoting it. We'll be right back.